to put everybody up to speed with what's going on here, we have a budget of close to $1 million. If we were to go to very high taxation, it is 1.19 million, but that's not worth it. So we're going to keep it on very low taxation. And we are also spending a lot for our government to get the extra 2 approval for the 2 interest groups, as well as the authority and the government wages. We're also paying very high for our military, so we get the extra prestige from army power projection, the approval, and the morale recovery. This, of course, we can lower if we want to, but it's not going to make much of a difference, so it's fine. Economically speaking, we're doing okay with the amount of construction sectors we got right now. We do have some massive shortages of coal, which is why we're losing all that money. The second that we stop having these shortages of coal and a few other things here, we're going to be back up to a positive balance. This is also one of the bigger problems, the engines. So let's queue up a few more engines. We only have 31 queued up and we only have 15 active, so that's pretty bad. Let's queue up, say, another 20. We got enough bureaucracy to go to increase more of our institution levels, but we don't have the technology for that or the legislation. With the 1.73 patch, which the game just updated my save as well, there's been some changes. One of the big changes is the fact that not only do you get assimilation and education access, you also get ahead of time penalty, technology spread, maximum innovation investment. So you get up to 75 max innovation investment, which is a massive deal. Because of that, I now have 224 max innovation. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be researching the shit out of everything. So I'm gonna need more universities. So I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna alt click a buttload of universities, say another 5 in here, and we're just gonna spam click a few more around everywhere else just because I can. Right now we got all of South America as our puppets at various degrees of puppetism. Most of them are either puppets like Peru, Bolivia, Argentina, or dominions like the Brazilians, or New Granada is the most independent one. We need to lower them from a protectorate to an actual dominion. And we also have Sierra Leone and France owning these 2 separate parts here, so we're gonna have to get a hold of that. We're gonna have some wars against the French and the English anyway, so we're gonna grab a lot of that stuff. I also want to attack the English because I want to get the Cape Colony provinces, because then it just looks better on the map. I am pretty heavily invested in colonization right now. Let's see what our investment is. Level 4. I'm gonna try and get level 5 for colonial affairs so we can speed this process and get those lands a little bit faster than the British are getting them, which right now are actually making quite a bit of leeway there. That's not good for me at all. Aside from that, power blocks around the map, the biggest one is still the British. They've got a lot of influence in their initial starting locations, and everybody else is pretty much the same as it was before. Zollverein lost all of their members, as always happens with the Prussians, because the AI cannot freaking handle Prussia for some reason. And did we start building our skyscraper? We are in the process of building it. Okay, that's perfect. We also need to start electrifying our grids, actually. So we have some of these queued up. Once those are done, we're going to queue up more. Our population is not that high, but we do have 1.5 million population as peasants, so we can employ those 1.5 million in our factories still, so we can still grow the economy. I'm trying not to get too many provinces directly owned outside of Spain to get the achievement here, the Bourbon for everybody, where we need to have 20 standard of living and remain as a monarchy. So we're not going to be able to change away from our monarchy for quite some time until we get that achievement. In order to getting the standard of living up is not that difficult. All we need to do is just make sure every single trade good is cheap for a population to buy, and that's pretty much it. It's not from the legislation, it's actually from the tech principle that you get all those added bonuses to education level. You get 15 max innovation investment, 5 technology spread, -5 ahead of time penalty for each level of education, which means that right now we've got 75 max innovation investment and technology spread plus 25 minus 25 simply because of the principle. So that being said, this is right now the most powerful principle in the game by far, alongside freedom of movement, which basically means that you're never going to have issues with population no matter what size your country has. All right, boys, we also have the intelligentsia and the trade unions in charge. We could possibly switch the trade unions with the industrialists, but before we do so, I'm curious to see what the trade unions have to offer. So I'm gonna hold on to the trade unions until we finish getting universal suffrage. Women's suffrage. And we seem to have some Australians mass migrating to our lands, courtesy of this amazing freedom of movement principle that our power block has. Another major change that happened with the more recent patch is the fact that the colonial offices gives 0.05 colonial growth generation per level of colonial affairs, along with infamy generation against unrecognized powers -0.5 per level as well. That is freaking huge, guys. I'm talking massive. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna change my vassalization, which does give me a lot of income for my subjects. I'm actually getting right now 159,000 just from my subjects, which is huge, and no small part because of this little privilege here. I mean, principle. But getting the colonization offices is good right now because we're going to be able to quickly colonize Africa, and then we can change it back to vassalization afterwards. We also are going to lose 275 authority, so expect that too. Actually, we lost 500 almost. Oh my god, that's a lot more because of the percentage modifier. We are able to change this directly to level 3 because we had 3 mandate points just lying around. Let's check right now our institution. So we're getting 0.6 colonial growth and infamy generation against unrecognized powers minus 20%. That is massive. That is actually, I'm actually curious to see how fast we're colonizing now. 115 days. Okay, that's not bad considering we're basically at the same time colonizing pretty much everything here. Holy mother, it's only 21 infamy to make Sokoto a protectorate. That is huge. That is actually huge. It was like 40 something to get the Sokoto as a protectorate before I changed to colonial offices. Oh my god, dude. It would be even less if we didn't have the plus 20% modifier from Isabel. That's not a great modifier, to be fair. Maybe we should actually get rid of her. Check how much we would be getting there. The heir is a landowner pacifist. Ooh, that is not great though. I don't like landowners, so maybe I'm not gonna get rid of her, I guess. Danish mass migration as well. Holy shit, everybody wants to live here. There you go. Now we're getting enough innovation points. We're close to enough. We can get 4 more innovation points, but I think we have some more universities being built, right? No, we don't. We need 1 more. And we're gonna need to cancel some of these decrees now. That's the shitty part. Hey, we actually colonized the Atlantic Islands. Most of them we finished colonizing. Hell yeah, boys. Hell yeah. Look at that. We got Kanak, famous for its Kanaking, and all the other places here. Not gonna bother even pronouncing all these places. Best thing about this is that they have malaria, so ending the slave trade. I'm pretty sure we ended this quite a while back, actually, but sure, we can say that. Ooh, I just saw that we have massive shortages of glass. Holy shit, that is really, really bad. My game just froze. Okay. Please don't crash. Domestic, and let's see, where do we have the biggest glass factories? Let's go 5, 6 of them quickly. Really, when you think about it, malaria is just, it doesn't discriminate. That's the best thing about it, you know? It's very woke. I like to see that the private sector is building what we need, which is glass works, but they're building it in Santa Cruz, which has 75% construction efficiency reduction because of turmoil, rainforest. This is not freaking optimal, bro. Why would you do that, private sector? You suck. You genuinely suck. The fuck is this? They queued up shit in the worst possible places. Like, actually. Rye Farms and Lhasa. Lithuanians? Who allowed them in here? 20% income tax, 27% to consumption, and 5% dividends, which is not bad right now. And this would give more dividends, but we don't have that many dividends to be taxing. So let's go for proportional taxation. That should help the income generation quite a little bit. 34 infamy only. Are you kidding me? No way. That's actually so cheap to protectorate Prussia, man. I mean, Persia. Did I just say Prussia? That is heretical talking right there. They are in a defensive alliance with Nejd, and they have an alliance with Bukhara, but that's about it. They don't actually have any of the big boys supporting them. Russia is likely going to help them though, so I'm going to improve with the Russians in the hopes that they're not going to join on their side. Let's see. Oh, East Indies is independent. It's now Java, guys. Oh my god. They have 22 battalions. They've got no friends, and they're funding lobbies in Bhutan, or Button, whatever you want to call it. And it is 112 infamy. Okay, yeah, that is bad. That is actually bad. What the hell, man? They're a minor power. All right, they're not an unrecognized power, and they have basically a lot of population. 12 million with 20 million GDP. That's not bad. So no. Oh, 23 days to get a fucking province with the. Oh my god, dude, that is actually massive. 20. So that's like 40 days to get a province now, dude. That is actually huge. No freaking way, dude. I'm surprised Java is scripted in the game, guys. Yeah, I didn't steal that one either from Nora. Just saying, it's totally my joke. What the hell is Java doing here? Yo, this feels scripted, huh? See, that is an original joke. That is actually an original joke right there. Like, actually, 9.4 infamy is literally nothing, considering we're annexing Benin, which is one of the best states in Africa. 3.4 million GDP, 2.8 million population just in Benin, and I'm pretty sure it has rubber. There you go, 16 up to rubber plantations, which is huge, and iron and coal. Oh my god. The aggression of Bema has to be stopped. Unbelievable how aggressive those people are. Need to wipe them out right now before they get out of hand. Just like we need to wipe out those Beninian scum. How dare they try to not get colonized by us. Unbelievable. A power block of the Grand Alliance was formed by the Marikonos. Oh my globidobs. Wow. That looks like such a grand alliance, guys. They almost have all of the US in 1890. Speaking of, let me see who I can attack here. Costa Rica is still independent, I think, right? But I have investment rights in them, but I don't actually want to, yeah, no. Lower our relations so we can attack them. Are you guys friendly? Yeah, you're friendly, yes, scumbags. Maybe if I reduce subject payment, you're gonna go down and be more integrated a little bit faster. I think that's the case, yeah. Gee, guys, I wonder who's gonna win. It's so equal, this fight. Wait, what the fuck? They actually do have a pretty decent defense. Yeah, I mean, we're still winning because we got the numbers, but I'm genuinely surprised to see how good their defense is. Like, what the hell, man? Too bad you don't have enough manpower to fight against me, Banon. So we're gonna build up all of the oil rigs that we can possibly build right now, which is honestly not that many, but we're gonna build them all up because we can change some of our production method to use oil, but we need obviously some oil rigs beforehand, right? Accept the British claim on Gabon. No, fuck you, Gabon. I mean, Britain. Construct the Panama Canal. Spanish relations improved by 10. We'll make a suitable offer. Bitch, you're my vassal. Give me the fucking land. That is my offer. And let's start integrating or incorporating all the islands that we've finished colonizing, as well as all the African provinces that we finished colonizing too. So I believe with the last patch, they also made it so when you change the production method, it is just for your country, right? For your provinces, which is awesome. Because then we just, you know, we don't need to worry about buildings that we have in other countries, right? We just need to, this only shows ours. So we don't have this stupid icon that I cannot stand personally. Oh, we can get colonial affairs level 5. Let's go. 0.75 colonial growth. That is huge. So I've decided to make the state of Castile the main textile state. As such, this is where we're going to be producing all of our cheap knockoffs of Zara. I'm just kidding. We're going to make them over in China and pretend we didn't pay 0.5 bucks a t-shirt and charge you 50. Just capitalism. Shut up, bro. There's a few unique Spanish companies like Altos Hornos over here, which offers some bonuses for the iron mines, the steel mines, and infrastructure. Then again, there's another unique one, Duro y Compañía, which offers bonuses for iron mines, coal mines, steel mills, and arms industry artillery foundry throughput, which is huge. So we're going to go for that, especially since now we are at war with the Americans to, well, we're really just defending democracy, really, against these aggressive scumbags. That's what we're doing here. And we have pretty low infamy again, which means we could probably attack somebody else. Got to figure out who, though. We got a lot of rebellions in Africa we got to deal with as well. And since we've got health system level 4, we're very close now to getting our achievement. Have 20 standard of living as a monarchy, as Spain. Doing pretty good economically. Still, we have very high government wages and military wages, so that helps quite a little bit, actually. Our maximum innovation is 232, so we're building a few more universities now to reach that particular cap. We got 2.3 million unemployed because we've got the freedom of movement principle for our power block, which means that we're getting a lot of immigrants from everywhere around the world, as long as, of course, they are accepted culture, because we do have still migration control. If we were to have no migration control, then anybody would migrate to us, so we would have even more migrants. So I guess what I could do is I could try and somehow push for multiculturalism. Right now, nobody is supporting that, but eventually I'm hopeful that the trade unions are going to support it, and we do have the trade unions already in charge, together with the Progressive Party, which is the intelligentsia. We could switch and we can add the armed forces instead of the Progressive Party, but do we really need to? I don't think so. Once we get proportional taxation, it's going to boost up our income by quite a little bit as well. And after that, we're going to go for old age pension to appease the land masses. Look at that. We have 94% success chance to enact old age pension because of the political movement for it. So we're going to get even more loyalists once we do that particular legislation change and get rid of even more radicals as consequence. That being said, we also need to increase the amount of soldiers we have. So right now we've got, how many? We got 94 in the main army and a few other. I'm going to standardize this, and I think I'm going to need 4 armies of roughly 100 each in order to survive, because most of the great powers are building up massive amounts of armies. Look at that. 434 main armies, 200, 150, 300, 200. The Americans are up to 76 plus 600 in conscripts, and they actually did, holy snaps, man, they actually did, they got trench infantry. Oh, that's Jover. I actually lost if they got trench infantry. How far am I from trench infantry? I need to finish electric telegraph, and then after we can do trench infantry. So I'm going to queue that up. Actually, let me do that as the next 2 technologies. technologies, because I might get my ass handed to myself if I don't do it now. Then we can do telephones after that. We're gonna need to catch up with the Americans. I didn't think about that because I didn't expect the Americans to be that aggressive at this point, but I should have expected it though. The last patch really made the AI significantly more aggressive than before. We need to have secret police or guaranteed liberties. There's no support whatsoever for secret police, I think, right? Or maybe we have a little bit now. Very little from no, we don't have. This is just from the current legislation being enacted. So we have 15 support for guaranteed liberties. I'm gonna try and get guaranteed liberties so I can get level 5 home affairs, which is gonna make it so that I have a much happier population too. Shit, man. Britain's also colonizing West Guinea. That is not Gucci at all. Hey, at least we got voting phase for graduated taxation, so I'm fairly confident that that's actually gonna pass now. And we got our troops back from the Swahili front, so let's go ahead and station them in Vanuatu, which is the main target of the American war. If we manage to hold on to Vanuatu, then we might be able to not stress about the Americans that much. Vanuatu is currently the only area that they're invading, so we should be fine. Let's check. We need more coal, more iron, more pretty much everything, my dude. Holy snaps. Luckily for us, we do have all of those available still in our country. We can still get quite a few of all of those mines, really. So let's say queue up 10 more iron mines in Valencia, or max it out in Valencia, I guess. And then we can also get some more coal mines in Aragon, max it out in Castile too whilst we're at it. And we're gonna need some more sulfur too, so let's get 3 more alt-click, so we do this instantly in West Andalusia, and then we can get 5 more afterwards later down the line whenever that's possible. Continue, change the glassworks to the most optimal production method. We have 10 queued up. I'm gonna queue up another 5. That should be 40. That should be enough. And since we have fertilizer tech, kind of want to push for chemical fertilizers. That would fix all of my grain issues for the rest of the campaign, or at least for the next 10 years minimum. So we're gonna queue up nitration fixation to be done. For now, import maybe some. Don't really have anyone I can import from, so I'm just gonna quickly build a few more farms. I do have some rice farm actually areas. Let's get 3 in here and 3 in here. Again, shortage of transport in Zanzibar. Let's get 1 of these bad boys then. Also, I think I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna pay the little bit of Casio, and I'm gonna get the Panama Canal. We can also build this bad boy up, alt click it, and get a port in here just in case shit goes down to Schnitzel. Now, Granada, we should be able to lower the autonomy soon-ish. Let's see how far are we from that. Marina, oh no, it's not even close to soonish. But we're getting 0.17 weekly reduction in Liberty Desire, so eventually we're gonna be able to lower these bad boys to a Dominion. That would be nice. Let me standardize these bad boys here. I'm gonna get 3 of these cavalry units, 1, 2, 3, and then I'm gonna get another 3 of these just because I want, you know, round numbers. 60, 50, 10. That's perfect. So I'm gonna keep that as my standard army. We're gonna have 3 armies of 60, 50, 10, and the 4th army is gonna be smaller. The 4th army I'm just gonna use, maybe 4th and 5th I'm gonna use as smaller detachments to go around the colonies whenever I need to put down some rebellions or something of the sorts. Okay, we're winning, boys. So far we repelled every single invasion they tried. And you know what I'm gonna do? I got the 23 ships. I'm gonna station these ships in the node from which they're invading. I'm gonna make it impossible for them to invade because they're not gonna have the node. Just need to make sure they're not also invading Spain or something of the sorts at the same time. Yay, proportional taxation. That boosted us up so much with our income. Holy snaps. Did you guys see we had like minus 70 or some shit? Then we went up to minus 8, which is not bad. Okay. Should we try guaranteed liberties? I think it's time we do so. Yay! Welsh people coming to the real superpower, us, away from those scumbag English. Speaking of, we actually need to take this. This is ours. Who would help the British? Nobody. Nobody cares about the British. But the British do have 500 battalions almost, and they're trenchmen for sure. So I need to update my military tech. I'm not doing nothing until I finish trench infantry. No attacks, no nothing. No way! The Roman Republic is back in town, everybody. Holy schnapadope. Maybe I should improve my relations with the Romans, right? Austria-Hungary, as usual, really struggling with the thousands of different populations it has. I'm actually going to improve relations since we already have cordial with them. We might be able to get an alliance as such. Oh, the Americans want some type of peace? White peace. They propose white peace because they cannot get Vanuatu because they're shit and they cannot even navally land. I'll take the white. I don't really care anything from the Americans for now. So I'll take that white peace, and then once I get my trench infantry, I'm gonna attack the Moroccans. Because even if the British join, I should be fine. I'm gonna, just to be safe, recruit more units though. Hallelujah, we got our trench infantry, so let's upgrade these bad boys to trenchmen. That means we're gonna have a higher input of ammunition and arms. So we will need to build more arms and ammunition industries. Go upgrade everybody. Upgrade every single army we have to these bad boys. All right, boys. So we got guaranteed liberties, which means now we can go up to level 4 with our home affairs. Actually, we can do level 5 with the home affairs. We just need to get a little bit more bureaucracy in the first place. So only institution missing is level 5 healthcare, which is doable once we have researched antibiotics. We're gonna do that after film and psychoanalysis because we want to get every single research within the 4th tier research before we do any 5th tier stuff. Otherwise, we're gonna incur a little bit of an ahead of time penalty. Hey, we can decrease Brazil into a puppet. Let's see how much money we get from that. So right now we're getting 35,000 from them, and afterwards we're gonna get 43,000. So we're getting 8,000 more. That's awesome. Paraguay left as a member of what? Really? Why did it say that Paraguay left? They're still in it. I got lied to. So Paraguay was actually a puppet of Brazil, and when I turned them into a puppet, Paraguay was transferred to me as a dominion. Now let's go with the very next technology, which is going to be old age pension. And by technology, I mean law, really. Now, a lot of people love this, and I'm expecting a lot more loyalists after we pass this particular legislation. Nobody did the Suez yet. Then let's survey it, my boys. We got good relations with the Egyptians, so we might be able to even buy it off of them without having to war them, boyos. In fact, I might even get a trade agreement with them. Hell yeah, I'm getting that trade agreement right now. Do we have any other trade agreements? What do we have? Let's see. We got trade agreement with Heavenly Kingdom. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sell and buy all the shit imaginable from both of these countries now. All right, so we're up to 175 million GDP. Very close, very much close to the British Raj. We will be overtaking the British Raj before the end of the century, before the 1900s strike. So at least at the current ramp up, because we gained 30 million in like 2 years, which is huge. Considering that we have 49% chance to annex Cuba. I'm gonna try. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, I'm gonna reload the save and no one's ever gonna know. Oh my god, Cuba annexed on the first try. What the schnapps? Totally didn't re-roll to get it annexed with 49% chance on the second try. This is an insane state. I'm gonna need some transports first and foremost here. Now, this is gonna cost us 550 to incorporate. I'm gonna do it though, because it is a big deal. Cuba is massive when it comes down to the economic output that it has. And that means we're gonna need to spam some more of these bad boys. Let's go. A couple of these in Cuba, a couple more in Valencia, a few more here and there. We're going to need a lot more, but our situation is going to get much better once we get the telephones in just 6 months. And I'm pretty sure once I fix my production methods, we're going to get even more monies. By monies, I mean GDPs. We're going to be toggling privatization for some of our buildings here in Valencia, because right now we're getting 45% economy of scale reduction bonus because we don't have a good balance between nationally owned and privately owned mines. Once we have a balance between the two, we're going to get the 50% throughput economy of scale, which is what we really want to get. Just need to make sure we don't forget to click away from privatization once we have reached that 50% sweet spot. Oh my god, did you guys see that? We went down by like 2 million radicals instantly once we got old age pension. Holy mother. That is actually huge. That is actually huge. I don't really need cultural exclusion because we don't really accept any other cultures from what we accept right now, seeing as our only primary culture is Spanish, and every shared cultural trait with the Spanish culture is also a European trait, with the exception of the Afro-Caribbean. So by going that law, we just accept one more culture, the Afro-Caribbeans, which are Hispanophone, but they're not Europeans, right? Because everybody else is European as well. But that being said, there's a lot of support for it, and again, I kind of feel like maybe I should do it simply because it would make people happy, even though I would lose radicals decrease from standard of living and loyalist increase from standard of living, which is a big deal to me. I really feel like maybe I should just wait till I get multiculturalism though. Maybe we can do workers protection, 52% chance for that, since we have a movement for it. It's going to give minimum wage, dangerous working condition reduction. So yeah, it's not the end of the world if we go for it, because I cannot do monarchy because we need to get the achievement. Freedom of conscience is fine. We do get some authority, even though the church does have some political strength from this particular legislation compared to total separation, which basically doesn't give any bonuses. Screw it. Let's go worker protection. We're going to be like one of the most advanced societies, and everybody is going to want to live in our country, basically. There you go. Our first 2 armies are ready. We got a standard 60 infantry, 50 artillery, 10 lancers, and we're going to have to build up more because we're going to have 4 armies of that size if we're going to actually be able to go against the British, which we need to get Gibraltar back, and also to puppet Morocco because they're supporting their independence. Well, they're not supporting, but they're joining on their side of Moroccans anyway. Who would have thought that the industrialists don't want to give any workers' rights? That is shocking to me. Surprising as schnapps, bro, I swear. I think it's also time for us to get the Suez Canal. Let's go ahead and Clicius Maximus, acquire land in Sinai. This way, because we have good relations with the Egyptians, we're able to get this. Let's incorporate it. Also alt click so we get the Suez Canal done. Also click up a port in here, and let's check what the status is with the Panama Canal. We officially have both of the canals now, and the Panama one needs to have subsidies because otherwise nobody wants to work here apparently. I'm also in the process of revindicating all of the Central American parts. These are proper Spanish crown possessions after all, and since we got all of South America, we might as well get Central America now since it's right next to our integrated lands of Cuba. Another thing I want to do is I want to start invading Morocco. I'm still in the process of recruiting the third and fourth armies though, so I'm not ready for that. We'll do that after we are ready, because let's face it, we really don't want to be messing with the British. They are pretty strong. Another thing I noticed is this, guys. Check it out. To grab land directly from the Ottomans is basically nothing. 6.7 infamy. We have this because we get unrecognized major power. They're not a major power anymore. They are an unrecognized nation since they did not do the Tanzimats, so they got the disaster. Then we scaled it up with the technology from Spain, namely multilateral alliances, colonization, civilizing mission, and colonial affairs level 5 with the principle that adds 5% reduction in infamy per level. So it's essentially nothing, actually nothing to take this. 6.7 is literally nothing, my dude. I'm genuinely thinking, as we still have 30 years to just take all of the Ottoman lands as direct possession, but I'll do that after we reach 20 standard of living, because we're very, very close to this achievement, and I really want to get it because I'm not sure if I'll be going for this achievement in the future, right? So might as well get it now. That does mean we need to have some good RNG, because if they by any chance become a recognized nation again, then it's going to be significantly more AE to grab that stuff. But I highly doubt that they will become a recognized nation. Let's face it, that's not going to happen anytime soon. Okay, we got some telephones done, so let's switch over to telephone switchboard. That means we instantly got 2,000 bureaucracy, so we got a little bit of a high demand in telephones. We need to wait until these new telephone factories that we built in Valencia actually get a worker, so we actually have the telephones produced. Whilst that's happening, let's go ahead and use that extra bureaucracy to incorporate all of our African holdings, including Benin and everything else here that has not yet been incorporated. Hell, even the Papuan lands that we haven't yet incorporated, we might as well get them done, right? Bulgaria's migrating. Ooh, 3 million peasants. Okay, that actually tells me that I need to ramp up my my building efforts a lot faster. That basically means we don't have enough jobs for people, and it also means we need to get those jobs, so we need to build shit faster, so we need more construction sectors as consequence. When the hell did Italy form? I genuinely didn't even see that, man. Okay, you know what? Let's get a trade agreement with them, because we're gonna have great relations with our Italian brethren. That is a faux sure. We want to actually get an alliance if we can with them. Maybe even attempt to get them in our union. Let's see. By union, I mean power block. It's gonna be a pretty big effort, but we're also gonna be building a power block statue in all of our colonies. This is gonna give us 10% loyalists from standard of living increase, a flat prestige bonus, and infrastructure. So it's a really great monument to have everywhere if possible, but it is a little bit pricey, so we got to keep that in mind as well. Oh my god, boys, we got barely any radicals now. So now we got that done. That means we can start increasing the levels of our safety offices. It does mean we get minimum wage increase, but that's not such a bad thing, is it? Getting a minimum wage for people might actually bring our standard of living up, some would say. And seeing as we have so much extra bureaucracy lying around, we're gonna use it to start exporting whatever we have in excess of, so we make a big amount of money out of that to further fuel our growth. Imagine we're the ones that are selling wood to everybody else. That you don't see that every game, let's face it. Check this out, boys. We got a political movement that's spearheaded by Gabriel Botten here, who's a social democrat, so that's not too bad. However, look how many people want to get graduated taxation. Nobody. It's not even nobody. It's minus 19. He's the only person in the whole country that wants graduated taxation. There's 19 people that are against it and not a single soul that would support him. What the hell, man? That's the first time I see that. I think I may have found a bug. So Paraguay, which was my subject, became independent when Brazil had a civil war. Not sure why, but that is messed up. So now I just genuinely don't know what the hell to do. They're still in my block, but they're independent. So I could attack them. That's 20 infamy I would be literally wasting to get a province that I already had before as my subject. So what the hell, man? We are massively relying right now on our colonies. Look at the amount of coal mines we can build all around the colonies. This is actually freaking wild. We've got like at least 600 coal mines we can build just in the colonies in Africa. This is exactly what I'm saying, guys. Colonizing Africa and going for colonial affairs is an absolute must, no matter what nation you're playing as. Even as the Germans, you still have to do this, because if you don't, in the late game, you're just gonna die out because you're not gonna have the capacity to grow economically anymore. Ooh, revolutionary Denmark. Whose puppet is Denmark right now? Let's see who we have to actually fight against. Booyah, let's get our units there. And we're fighting against... Tell me it's nobody in serious. It's the French. Okay, well, that's gonna be a pretty big war. Did not expect the French to be the ones that puppeted them. I probably should have realized that it was. Yeah, hindsight's 2020, as they say, right? End of the day, we're getting a free puppet here, so I'm cool with it. So obviously the plan is we keep all of our units on defense, and this way we'll wait for them to grind their armies on our front lines. We got everybody defense. I think we have quite a few of them on adamant defense, actually, for that matter. Which army has that? Yeah, these guys, adamant defense. So they're really gonna crush their manpower just trying to attack us in the Pyrenees. I really am gonna be very curious to see how many units the French are gonna use in the process and lose in the process. They can have up to 1,000 battalions maximum, which is not a trivial thing, that's for sure. We only have right now 4 armies of roughly 120 each. This one hasn't fully recruited all of its units, but it's on the way to getting that. So once we finish pushing into the Danes, we're gonna bring the rest of the army and try and defend our main Iberian holdings until the French give up and give us what we want. I really like the small details with Vicky 3, guys. So it's nighttime now, right? And check it out. If you go into the east and the areas where there's less electricity, you don't see that much public illumination, basically. Look at this in Persia, for example. You barely see any illumination, just like lantern or whatever, right? Small little bit of illumination. And then if you go into the west, like the British, which have a lot of electricity, it's full of electrical apartments having electricity, houses having electricity. Same for us, because we do have electricity all over Spain now. We do have electrical illumination in our provinces, which is really like a very nice little detail in my opinion. Look at that, boys. 47 advantage right now. Actually insane. Like genuinely really insane right there, boys. Look at their armies. They grinded their manpower so much. They have 18 out of 77,000. So like average, they got 20% manpower in their frontline armies. This is a brand new army they added here, the 31st. So once these guys are going to be out of manpower too, I think I'm just going to do a little bit of a push. We got 50 advantage, which is a massive deal. We can probably just make a beeline straight for the capital here. Say hello to my little friend, everyone. It only cost us a lot of souls. We lost a lot of soldiers for that little Schnappledorf. Not even sure if it was worth it anymore. Do you hear that too, boys? That is a BPS. To give us 6,000 progress. Actually, what the hell is a BPS? I don't even know where I was going with that. I wanted to say, you know, the beep from the telegraphs. What is that even called? Definitely not a BPS, is it? As our last possible company, I think I'm going to go for the Altos Hornos, which again doubles down on the iron mines, the steel mills, and it gives extra infrastructure. So overall, I have to say that Spain really does have the best companies out of any nation I've played with so far. Like, really, really good company. Romanians again? Well, we're gonna have to put these bad boys to work, won't we? I think one army should be enough against Morocco. Right now, no one's helping them out because they got a truce with the Brits. And Tunis has a defensive pact with Morocco, but they're still not joining on their side. So that tells me that Tunisians are actual freaking cowards. Like, literal freaking cowards. Kind of sad, because I'm gonna have to do a separate war for Tunis, and that's gonna have to be against Austria-Hungary too, because they also have a defensive pact. So I was kind of hoping to avoid having to fight Austria-Hungary in order to get Tunis. But now it doesn't seem like I'm going to be able to, sadly. How am I already short on rubber, dude? I just saw that I've got like 1,000 rubber shortage. Again, I've got so much rubber, it's wild. Am I just like trading way more rubber than I should be trading? I guess maybe that's why. You know, it really just occurred to me, if I stop my rubber trades, half the world's economies are going to collapse like right now, because they're relying on my rubber so freaking much. I'm making literally 150,000 just from rubber trades. Another day, another protectorate. Let's see how many we got so far. We got 21 members, and how many of those are our subjects? I don't know. I'm guessing 21 because I don't remember adding anybody else except my subjects to the power block. I just saw that Sierra Leone got its independence from the Brits, which is a massive mistake because now I'm gonna take Sierra Leone shit for me. It is, after all, a rightful Spanish clay, and they also got these islands. Oh my god, I am gonna get filthy rich, and I mean disgustingly rich. Let's see how many more states we can take. Jamaica, West Indies, Bahamas. That's actually quite old. Maybe I can just make them a protectorate. 12 to make them a protectorate. Screw it, I'll do that. So I'll take Sierra Leone's Guyana directly, and the rest I'll just make into a protectorate. That sounds Gucci von Strombolucci to me. Make those primary demands. Let's also go ahead and send our armies now. Oh, we're first? No way. Hold up a second. So France is second afterwards, then Russia. Oh, it's because the British have a civil war. Yeah, that makes sense. Well, we'll stir first by GDP, followed by the British rise second, and then the British once they actually not have that civil war anymore. Population wise, we are fourth, which is a big deal considering we are the Spanish and we don't have much outside of this and the African holdings directly owned. Pretty much everything else is just puppets. So yeah, that's I'd say it's a pretty good run so far. Very brave of you, Sierra Leone. Despite having only 6 units, you actually want to fight me. Stupid, but brave nonetheless, okay? 1907, and we reached 400 million GDP. Plus, we got 35 million loyalists and only 1 million radicals with 19.4 standard of living. So we are really freaking close to getting that achievement now. Best part is we got 75 million population. Look at this graph going up continuously, dude. This is insane. We got right now 10 million people in Castile, 8 million in our capital, and another 11.6 million in Valencia. Holy 30 million people in just these 3 states, dude. Well, if it isn't the US trying to bully nations into giving them stuff, nice one, USA, but it's not gonna happen, buddy boy. We gonna be schnapple-dooping you this time, and I'm gonna be making sure that we win this war too. Let's go ahead and recruit some more ships. We cannot upgrade our monitors to torpedo boats because the unit type is very different, but we're gonna get scout cruisers soon, so I'm just gonna wait, and then I'm gonna just recruit a lot of scout cruisers. Same here. We're gonna be getting the dreadnoughts any moment now, so I'm not gonna build the ironclads just yet. We do have 80 ships, which should be enough for a couple of naval invasions in the US though. Problem is, I don't really want anything from them, man, so I don't even know what to do here. Just war reps and humiliation. Doesn't feel like it's fair, me having to waste so much of my manpower and economy for just war reps and humiliation, right? I'm also gonna make sure my fleet is sitting in the Danish Strait so that if the Americans try to do a naval invasion, they're gonna have to fight against my fleets in order to do so. Ooh, we got the achievement, baby. Spain have an average literacy, have an average standard of living of at least 20 whilst remaining a monarchy, and we are at 21.3 right now, so I'd say we're doing pretty good, boys. But we're not doing so good against the Americans. We're probably gonna end up with just a white piece again. They have 1,000 units, and they managed to sneakily get a naval landing done here, so they outnumber us quite a little bit. We're on the defensive, and we're winning most of the defensive battles, not all of them, but yeah, they got a massive amount of units. I need to recruit more soldiers. It's wild to me how many units the AI recruits now in the later part of the campaign. Like, actually insane. Look at that. US has 1,000 plus units right now, almost 1,100, and pretty much most of the major powers have that. Even these guys, well, actually, they don't have conscripts anymore. What the hell is going on here? Why the schnapps is Wales independent? What the hell? Owes obligation to Russia. The Brits lost a war against the Russians. Oh my god. I guessed, right? I don't know. Well, whatever the case, I might just take Wales for the memes, because that's just funny to me. They know they're not making any progress, so they're super willing to give me that white piece now, actually. Come on, just a few more months and we should probably be able to get it. Acceptius white piecius. There ya go, America. Second war, you did nothing, and nor did I, so maybe you should stop attacking me, bro. Basically, guys, this is World War I. We're at war with the French here, and if we win, we're gonna make capitulate them, liberate half the country in Occitania, get war reps, get French Guiana in South America, the last province that we need to get to fully own all of South America, transfer Tripoli, liberate French Senegal, which is 20% of Africa right now. And suffice to say, we're doing pretty good, man. We're doing pretty goddamn good, boys. Can we get French Guiana? We cannot. Come on, not even French Guiana. I think I'm gonna have to go to Paris, aren't I? Well, whatever the case, we are winning our asses here, pushing on every single front against the French boyos, and hopefully we capitulate them soon because our economy cannot sustain this for too long. We are on medium or high taxation, actually, just so we don't take $500,000 in debt every week because it's bad. I'm still debating if I should go Council Republic. 82% chance for that, man, but Parliamental Republic is pretty darn decent, boys. Council Republic does mean we would be able to go for cooperative ownership. Do you know what I mean, boy? We out here thinking about role-playing as a communist. We do have quite a little bit of support now for multiculturalism. 18%. Nobody wants it from the political parties, but 2 dudes want it, and that's giving us a political movement of 11 million, surprisingly. Wow. Okay, that's actually more than I expected it to get for this particular movement. Not enough support, though. We need more people to support that. At least one political party would be nice if it supported it. Wait, why doesn't the communists support that, actually, now that I think about it? Oh, he's not there. Oh no. He died, the communist. I should have checked. Maybe the communist would have actually supported it. We don't have any more communists here, man. Wow. Enlightened royalist. That is the first time I see someone like that. Oh, he's a multiculturalist. Oh, wait. Is that one of the agitators? It is, isn't it? The French One Piece. I'm not giving you shit, France. Suck on these. We're making massive advances over in Africa. The south of France also doing pretty good, but it's slow. And oh my god, did we lose a lot of people already. Let's see how many people we lost so far. So we have 1 million dead and 700,000 wounded. French have 1.1 million dead and 1.1 million wounded. So they lost significantly more than we did, actually. Schnapple dupes is this, bro? Nama! I have never seen this before. And it is an insignificant power. They broke away and established their own little schnarp. They're not an unrecognized nation, so it costs a little bit of aid to take this shit, unfortunately for us. But I'm genuinely thinking to just take them out. I'm not sure if I should puppet or protectorate or just directly take the lands, though. I don't think it's going to be that much. I think I'm going to take the lands directly. I'll do that once I finish with my units. I can use my army from Senegal. Once I freed up Senegal, that's when I can declare that war, I guess. Movement for enacting multiculturalism +5. Oh, yes, please. Don't mind if I do. My brother, you are a genius. You are actually a freaking genius. We can give leadership to the guy that has multiculturalism. So that way, the trade unions will also want multiculturalism. So where is it? Where are you at? Where are you at? There you go. Now we do have the trade unions wanting this. So this goes up to 50%. And our chances are down to 17 because of bad ticks. You know what? Fuck it. I'll cancel this. We'll go back to that later. We're gonna go for multiculturalism since we have it. Hopefully it's not gonna trigger any revolutions around the country, though. That would suck. So we're losing a lot of our pops because they are conscripted from our biggest states. A lot of them died in the war. So we're down to 15, 13, and 12.6 million pops in these states. Holy shit. I should have brought my African armies here so that their population dies instead of my actual Spaniards. Jover. It's freaking Jover. We are doing NCO training, so we're gonna get squad infantry extremely quick. Should we do chemical weapons as well? What do you guys think? Or maybe flamethrowers. I like flamethrowers. Let's get flamethrowers in. I actually forgot to give extra supplies and shit for my units, bro. That's what I fucking forgot. I knew I forgot something. Freaking knew it, bruh. Luxurious supplies. Can we sustain that, though? You know what? We could probably sustain that shit, man. At least we could do, what was it that we had in excess of? We had a lot of tobacco, a lot of like basic raw shit. So tobacco, boom, morale recovery right there. We have so much tobacco, we can actually give them tobacco without even hurting our, it's not even, it's the opposite. It's actually helping our economy because it increases the consumption of tobacco, right? Then we can also do liquor. Liquor, I think we have surplus of as well, right? No, we don't. But we do have sugar surplus, so we could do sugar as well. Extra morale recovery. Opium we don't have, that's an issue. Weapons and ammunition is also an issue right now. No oil to tools and opium. Again, opium is an issue. Unfortunately, opium is actually an issue, so we cannot really do any of the other ones. We might be able to do this though. Meat, wine, I think both of those we have, but the issue is the actual war machine stuff, right? So we need more ammunition. Look at that, -700. And the other one is balanced, but yeah, ammo and shit is in need. So let's go ahead and build a few more munition plants. We got 16. We can do 4 more and then another 5. Oh my god, look at that. 75 advantage, 80 advantage after we gave our militaries the supplements and the supplies. That is such a freaking massive difference. Like, actually such a difference. Holy shit, bro. I really want to do like a proper game where I play from 1836 to 1736 on like speed 2 the whole game, and like stream that, of course, play on speed 2, and just like min-max the shit out of whatever fucking country I play as, right? I really want to do that. I think that would be fun to see how much we can min-max a country. Hey, we actually are enforcing on the French. We got minus 87 support. Nope, we won. That shit is over. The French are fucking screwed. We got Occitania, ayo, ayo, and they got genial attitude with us because we liberated them. Ooh. And what else? We got Tripoli as a vassal now is ours, transferred. Senegal's free, so let's see, did they get a map change? Color change? No, really? They are free, right? They are indeed. So we're gonna attack them eventually. And now it's time to actually start fixing our economy. So now that we actually have scout cruisers, let's make a proper navy, shall we? Let's make something that's not an actual embarrassment. Hey, navy right now. Holy shit, I just realized submarines are actually really freaking good, my dudes. Can we just have like a fleet that's only submarines? I don't think so, right? Because you need to have at least the same amount of light ships as you have capital ships with support ships combined, don't you? So you would need to get more scout cruisers than submarines, basically. Hallelujah. Everybody's accepted. Oh, that means we're gonna get so many immigrants now, it's not even funny. It's actually not even funny how many immigrants we're gonna get now. Apparently somebody wants to get presidential republic enacted. Oh, I'm not a big fan of that though. I'll be honest, I'm actually not a big fan of that. Less support for council republic now though. What the fudge? 47 electric factories and we still need more electricity. That is insane to me, bro. What's our throughput? Not that great because we need to privatize some of this shit. Okay. Whoa! What the fudge, man? Are you fucking kidding me? No. Oh god. I clicked privatize, I unpaused, and within a second, every single one of these was bought by the private investor. Are you shitting me right now? Every single one of them. Did you see that? I literally just unpaused, and for a second, they literally bought every single one of them. That is crazy, bro. My dude, we are so low on population despite having 105 million. This is insane to me.